I'm going to shoot a totally non-scientific video here just to show you some of the differences between different micro SD card adapters. I have a Lexar adapter, I have a Samsung adapter, I have a Kingston adapter, and I have whatever the heck that brand is. But we're going to use the same two memory cards. One is a, what is it? I think it's a Western Digital. So this one is. Let's see here. What do we got here? We've got a ultra high endurance. This is for like cameras and stuff. It's 128 gigs. It's a Western Digital. 128 gig, and I got a Samsung 128 gig here. We're going to use both of these two memory cards, and we're going to put them into 4 different adapters, and we're going to just do a write speed test, and you'll be quite amazed to see the difference between the different adapters. So let's get started. First, we're going to start with the Western Digital card. This is in the Lexar SD adapter, and we're going to test our speed. And as you can see, I'm getting a writing speed of 20 megabits per second, which is kind of a bit on the slow side. It should be more like about 35 or so in this particular card reader, but it's only getting 20. So we're going to abort this. I'm going to delete the files. I'm going to take the same SD card. I'm going to put it into the Kingston adapter next. Alright, this time I've got the same SD card into the Kingston adapter. We're going to write to the card, and we'll see that this time we are getting about 20 megabits per second. Same type of writing speed as I got when I had the SD card in the, what was the other one? Lexar. The one that would come with the Lexar micro SD card. A little bit on the slow side. So we'll stop this from recording, and we'll install this same SD card into, this time it's going to be whatever the heck brand that one is. But we're going to install it into this adapter, and you're going to see the speed increase dramatically. All things being equal, same card, right. And 35 megabits per second. Same SD card, just different micro SD, or same micro SD card, just different adapter. As you can see, it went from 20 to 35.1 megabits per second. This time I'm going to use the Samsung adapter. And we'll write in Verifier. I'm not going to verify, it's going to write. And as you can see, the Samsung is also giving me around 35 megabits per second. So it's the same card. Here we go. Here it is. Samsung adapter right there. If I take the SD card out, or micro SD card out, and put it in a micro SD slot without using an adapter, let's check that speed as well. So this time I've got the micro SD card directly into the micro SD slot on the card reader, and we are getting the same speed, about 35 megabits per second. So we're getting full rate. So both the Samsung and that other SD card adapter, which just that one there, whatever brand that was, they both gave me full rate, same 35 megabits. But the Kingston and the Lexar branded adapter was only giving me 20. We'll do the same test using a Samsung micro SD card, which incidentally is a this is a UH1, the Samsung's UH3. This time I'm going to use the Samsung card. This is in the micro SD slot on the card reader itself. So no adapter. And you can see about 35 megabits. So I'm getting the same 36 megabits. Oh, it's going a little bit faster. Okay, this is a faster card. So I'm getting about 38 on this UH3 card. This adapter is not plugged into the fastest port on my computer either. So my fast ports are on the front. This is one of the ports on the back, but I'm getting a little bit faster. This is like 40 megabits of writing speed, or pretty close to it, 39.2. This is plugged directly in. We're going to try this in also into the different SD adapters. We'll try it first in the Samsung adapter, being this is a Samsung card. And we're going to move to the other one, which was nice and fast on the other card, and then we'll try the two slower ones, and we'll see the same type of results. But here we go, 38, about 38 megabits directly into the micro SD slot on the reader. All right, now this time I've got the Samsung card into the Samsung adapter SD card side, and we're seeing that I'm getting speeds of about the same, 37 megabits, 38 megabits. This is in the Samsung micro SD to SD card adapter. So it's even faster, 39 megabits. This is trucking along pretty good. This is normally the card that I actually use in my camera for production. This particular memory card is what I use in my production camera. So we're getting 39.4 megabits per second. We'll switch it over to that other SD adapter that had the V on it, whatever brand that one was, and see how its speed looks. But 39.6 is the fastest, I think, so far of this test. And now hit the right plus verify button, and the speed we're seeing on this one here is again 39.6. Next we'll try the Kingston adapter and see how much slower it is. And as you can see, the Kingston adapter, same card, this is the Samsung card, it's only averaging 27, 28 megabits or megabytes per second. Oh, we're at 30. They're creeping up there a bit, but not as fast as the other one, that's for sure. On the slower card, this was certainly a lot slower. On the UH1, it wasn't getting these type of speeds, it was only getting speeds in, what was it, 20? Somewhere in there, but we're getting around 33 on this one, 32, 30. Definitely slower than the Samsung adapter and the other one with the Samsung card. And finally, this is the Lexar adapter, and the speed on this one is, oh, this one's actually doing pretty good now, 39. Wow. But on that other card, it didn't. So your mileage may vary, but there certainly is a difference between different brands of SD cards and micro SD cards and their adapters. It seems that some cards work better with some adapters than the other, so it always is a good idea if you're going to be putting a micro SD card into a full-size SD adapter to actually do a speed test and see what it is capable of, because as we just saw with this very unscientific test that I just did, that there are certainly speed differences between the different cards and the different adapters. Anyway, thanks for watching.